Welcome to the Chain Out Podcast with your hosts, Jeremy and Darryl.
Hey everyone, welcome. Season 2, episode 88. We got a show for you tonight. And Darryl, you know what I noticed?
What did you notice?
Our intro at the bottom, I haven't looked at it in quite a while.
Yeah.
It says your hosts.
Well,
How has it not been changed to your host and your co-host?
because I just see you as my equal, Jeremy. Okay, yeah.
Well, there you go. Welcome everybody. We got an episode tonight, don't we, Darryl?
Oh, we got a big episode tonight.
Yeah, we've got a show for you with, it's going to be our 2025 Western Junior show.
That's a better title for it.
Yeah. So we've got 3 awesome juniors joining us: Judah Hawkes, Sierra van Elburg, and Drew Biette. We're going to talk to each of them for about 15 to 20 minutes. But before we get to the guests, we always got a bit of a top of show that we want to get through.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So you can take this part.
You want me to take this?
Yeah, you take this part.
I threw this in at the beginning to say that Darryl and I are back. And if you hung around until the end of our last episode, you might have been wondering if we were ever going to make it back to podcast at all. What happened, Darryl?
It doesn't happen very often, and I don't think it's ever happened since we've been live.
Yeah.
But we had a bit of a giggle fit.
Oh boy, did we have a giggle fit.
It was we were, something just set us off, and then you were going and then I was going, and once we both go, there was no coming back, and you have to go back and watch it to get the full experience. I won't spoil it, but
yeah,
one of us left the studio.
Well, that's it. And you let us know there, listeners, do you have a friend or anybody like that in your life where if one of you starts laughing, that's it, game over? There's no way you're coming back. The only way we came back, like you said, is one of us had to leave. So if you want to go back to our previous episode 87, go check out at about an hour and 46 minutes and hang in for 5 minutes. And if you haven't laughed in a while, hopefully that will put a smile on your face.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Best giggle fit since the summer of Tickle Me Elmo. What a
It really
I would agree.
And
that's a bit of a throwback.
Well, Doc, I think you're putting that you're close to our age, because if you're throwing Tickle Me Elmo out there, that's like 1998, I think, if I remember right.
Somewhere back in those.
Yeah, the juniors may not know what we're talking about. We won't bring that one up.
No, exactly. So we're excited. I don't know if you saw. I know you saw because I sent it to you and we watched it. Dan Baynard.
Yes.
He's one of the organizer of this year's Canadian Nationals. He put up a course walkthrough of the Cedar Creek course that we're going to be playing. Now, it looks like a fun course. I'm excited to play it, but it looks like it's a difficult course.
Very much so.
Yeah. So what we've been doing, we headed out to Bailey's, which is one of our local courses, to try and get a bit of practice. We went out there and we played yesterday. And who did we bump into?
2 amazing people.
Yeah. Friend of the show, Dylan, and his wife, Liz. They were out there as well. We showed up at the same time. We thought, why not? Let's play together. So we went out there. We played together. We had a great round.
We did.
Well, one of us had a great round.
Yeah. For once in his life.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then once we came back in and we did all the scores, something that we started to do a couple of weeks ago when we went out there. We went out there and played. We had a round of golf with Kristen Swirls, friend of the show.
Yep.
And a friend of Jason Miller.
Yes.
And what we started to do is when we play with somebody and we're doing a chain out battle, if you follow our Instagram, you'll see that we kind of give out a plushie emoji tag to the loser and the winner gets to choose what the loser gets. What we've started to do now is to give those tags, those emojis, out to the people that we play with. So we did the same thing yesterday. We gave it out to Dylan and Liz, so they've got them as well now. And if you're ever out playing and you see Dylan or Liz or Kristen or Jason, challenge them for the emoji tag, and then we'll get them out there. More people we play with, we'll start spreading them more around.
Yeah, that's right. So if you see one of them, they're up for grabs. I think out there's a red devil, a purple devil, a couple other ones out there too. So
yeah.
Well, last weekend, the Limber Open took place down in Calgary, and this is a great tournament organized by great people who support disc golf in Alberta, and that's one of them being Limber Disc Golf's Taylor Jeffels.
Yeah.
Alex Penny, and everybody in the chat there, say it with us. The nicest guy in disc golf. and Aubrey Hughes. So last year it was played at 3 courses. One of them was the temporary course at Elliston Park. They did that again this year.
Mm-hmm.
They also played at Curry Reservoir. They did that again this year.
Yeah.
And David Richardson Memorial. But they added a 4th course to the tournament this year, and that was Baker Park. And you and I have played out at Baker.
Yes.
So to me, what I'll tell you is if you're going to play at 4 different courses, that means your tournament is on the right track and it's growing just the way it should be.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Elliston Park, that's the temp course.
Yes.
It's kind of on a stormwater area.
Mhm.
They had quite a bit of rain prior to the tournament. The storm drains the ponds were all full.
Mm.
I mean, we know Alex is going to still come up with an amazing course.
Oh, I bet you some of those water carries would be tough.
I heard the water was overflowing and there was some tighter fairways.
Mhm.
But friend of the show, we've mentioned her quite a few times.
Yes.
Joe Henderson took down the win in the FPO division with a 1-shot lead over another guest of the show, friend of the show, Amber Chason. And it looks like it was a close battle as well.
Okay.
Yeah, in the first round, Amber had the lead by 1 stroke.
Ooh.
In the second round, Joe had the lead by 2 strokes.
Okay.
And then in the third round, Amber closed the gap, but Joe still took it down by 1 stroke. So it was a close battle.
Oh, and I know those two, it's probably like total friends on, they're filming things together, everything else. And then it's like serious heads down.
Exactly.
We're battling and then right back to friends again. But that's close. I know Amber's been playing quite well and so is Joe. So they're just pushing each other's games, making each other better. We want to say a shout out to one of the other FPOs as well, and that's Chelsea Sutton, who's joined FPO out of Calgary this year.
Yeah.
And in round 1, she was out at DRM, and she scored an eagle on hole 9. And then she also got a tournament ace on hole 4 in the same round.
That's crazy.
It's impressive. And, I asked her if she had any footage of the throw, and nobody was recording that, but they recorded the aftermath and the run and that. But this hole, just to let you know, anybody down in Calgary knows this is a good ace.
Yeah.
But what it is you're throwing from a level-ish position, but then there's like a drop where it's a treed opening where it drops probably a good 5 to 10 feet down that you have to walk down into this area, this lowered area, and the basket's hidden in there, protected by trees. So you can't even see it from the tee pad.
Wow.
And she dropped
Blind
it
ace.
in for the ace. Exactly.
And then on the MPO side,
Right.
another friend guest of the show, Coda Postma.
Yes.
He took down the win by 2 strokes over Connor Mickelson. And that was quite the comeback because after round 1, he was 9 shots back of the lead.
9 shots back?
Yeah.
Most people would probably say, nope, not my weekend, right?
That's it. It's just it wasn't meant to be. All these people that we've had on the podcast, this is getting to the point now where it's so good because we've had most of these people
Like
watching,
we can
right?
picture them, we know who they are.
Exactly. Thomas Grumman, he had a glimpse of the victory in round 2 when he was in first place. Sent him some good wishes. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be, Thomas, but next time. But Casey Hannemeyer ended up finishing in 3rd as well.
Okay. Yeah, so that's good. Casey we saw down in Lethbridge that he had some bad luck in that tournament, and Coda had a chance to play really well in that tournament. And so we're seeing these two starting to get this friendly battle going that maybe we wouldn't have known of before.
Yeah.
But now on the larger disc golf front, the Disc Golf Pro Tour side of things, Sophia Donica and Thomas Gilbert were at the European Disc Golf Festival in Tallinn, Estonia. And TG finished T90. So I know it doesn't sound that great, but he was ahead of Vino Makala and Randy Duke, the trick shot wizard out of Belize, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Well, and this was a tough one to watch too. So Sophia Donica was tied 2nd after round 1, tied 8th after round 2, 13th after round 3, and then tied 20 after the finals. But she did make the last cash spot. So there you go. $504 in her pocket.
Yeah.
And now after this, the DGPT, it takes a week off because they're getting ready for the PDGA Pro World Championships at Tampere and Nokia, Finland. And then Tommy G will be down there. He'll be representing Canada on the MPO side. And I don't know if we can do this. We make up these nicknames. And Sophie D, she'll be on the FPO side. But yes, Thomas and Sophia will be looking out for us down there.
That's all Jeremy.
That's all me. If you hate what I just gave you as nicknames, Thomas and Sophia, it had nothing to do with Darryl.
So with the giveaways that we did last week, or that we've had been running, they've been all sent out to the winners.
Yes, Graybeard has that prodigy on the way to him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's good.
and you did all the gift cards. Or did you not? Because those were the other giveaways.
No, I contacted them.
Oh, okay.
I just need to clarify which gift card I need to send out to them. But
Okay.
I will be getting it done. Don't worry. I have not forgotten about you. But we still have one giveaway that's out there right now.
Right.
It's still not closed. It's going to be closing next week. And that's for the Trash Panda Dune or the Ozone, along with the
Can
Mini.
you emphasize the in between there? It's the Dune.
Yes,
or the
Trash
Ozone.
Panda Dune or the Ozone. That's
Yeah.
what I said.
Yeah.
And the
I just
Mini.
did emphasize.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
And the Mini.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get one or the other. You don't get both.
And it is your choice, whoever the winner is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So go over, check our Instagram and Facebook, and you'll find the details on how to enter to win one of those discs.
Yeah, and I'm going to give you the details as well really quick with it. So what it'll be is tag a person in the post, tag a friend, and then head over to our YouTube. I'm sure most of you are already subscribed, but also put a comment on any video, maybe your favorite video, just add a comment on YouTube to the video. That gets you in. And of course, if you're a paid Patreon member, you're already entered. And when we were looking most recently, we've had some pretty good interest in the giveaway.
Yeah.
But there's a pretty good chance if you join in that you might have a bigger spot on the wheel.
Yeah.
And your favorite podcast, Chain Out, is sponsored by two amazing sponsors.
Yeah.
First sponsor is BR Disc Golf. You can use our code ChainOut at checkout and get 10% off. And one of the things that Brendan wanted us to mention is that the Edmonton Disc Golf Association is hosting the Alberta Hospital tournament this weekend, and that's out at Niska-Pisquak, which is a tournament that you can only play if you're a member of EDGA due to waiver reasons.
That's right.
And it's always a great tournament. Brock is amazing at setting up courses. He's setting up brand new holes. He does a competitive version and a rec version. And even if you think you're good at Niska, if you go play the competitive side, you get a real challenge.
There's a lot more OB.
Yeah. And Mandos and everything else. There's lunch. There's lots of great prizes, like prizes from outside of just disc golf prizes, like, Lindt chocolates, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
They play games at lunch. It's always got an Innova sponsor to it. So you got some great custom discs with the Niska-Pisquak logo on it.
Yeah.
And if you do some shopping online from now, and I think it was until Friday
morning, yeah.
Till Friday morning, if you're on BR Disc Golf, you could also use the code AHE25, and BR will make sure that your discs get delivered to the tournament for free. So that's another advantage there. Our other sponsor is Cardinal Disc Golf. 10% off there for you if you use the code CHAINSPACEOUT at checkout. And one of the things that Kevin and Lane mentioned to us is that Cardinal Disc Golf, we're proud to have a world champion on the Cardinal team. Eva Litsenko was the FJ12 winner, Darryl, at Junior Worlds.
That's it.
So question, Gannon's got about what, 12 jerseys?
For winning his tournaments.
Yeah. Does Eva get one?
So that's a question for Kevin and Lane.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think
hopefully she gets one.
Yeah.
That's he's won a lot of tournaments, but he didn't win Worlds.
Exactly.
Eva's one up on Gannon right now.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah. And after this episode, we have our Around the Basket Patreon episode for you. Last week we chatted about, what were we chatting about last week? Do you remember?
Yes.
We were chatting about how to get better at disc golf and whether coaches help us and that type of thing, how to improve your form. So we don't know if anyone's actually figured it out, but we had some good conversation. Dylan and Brock joined us there.
Yeah.
I had a quiz for you, Darryl, and guess what? I got another quiz.
I love a quiz.
And you got better than the first time. I think you were about 20 seconds better. So join us tonight. You can go over to Patreon, sign up for any level, including free. You'll get the link that Darryl always puts in there to join us live. And we'll see you at that point.
Yeah.
But that's the top of show, Darryl. It's time.
That's it.
For our Western Canadian Junior show.
We have a guest waiting.
All right.
Yeah.
Our first guest is from Langley, British Columbia. He started competing at disc golf in 2023 as an MJ12 player, if you listen to his PDGA page, Darryl. But I do a little more digging when I have time.
You do the deep dive.
Yes, and I found out he was playing even before that, just without a PDGA membership at that point.
Okay.
So in 2024, he finished 10th at Junior Worlds, first at the NADGT Junior National Championships, and first at Canadian Nationals. He leveled up his game this year, taking down the MJ15 win at TCO and the MA2 win at the BC Open. He picked up his first big sponsor, Discmania Discs. Join us in welcoming Judah Hawkes to the show.
Hey guys.
Hey, Judah, how are you
How's it
doing?
going?
Good.
It's going to be the other way.
Yeah.
Whichever way you're moving, you want to move to your right.
Yeah, go the other direction.
Go
and
the
you'll
other direction.
slide.
No, there you go. No, a little bit more.
Hey,
There you go. We got you.
you know what? That was a great reveal. That was like the slow play one. It's like, yeah, I'm here, but I'll show you when I'm ready to
Yeah.
show you.
That's awesome. How you doing?
Great. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're doing fantastic. Excited to talk to lots of great young disc golfers tonight. We're excited to get to know more about you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
thanks.
you bet. And with that, Judah, we're going to start out by asking you, you're out in Langley, BC. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. So does that mean that Raptors Knoll is your home course? Is that where you tend to play the most?
So, yeah, we live about 20 minutes away from Raptors, which is awesome. I play there about two to three times a week.
That's
awesome.
pretty sweet, I think. Hey,
Yeah,
Darryl?
yeah. To have that course as your local home course, that's a pretty good course to learn on.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we've heard so many good things about Raptors Knoll. Of course, the BC Open is there every year, Judah. So being that you play it all the time, do you have any local lines that you've discovered out there that maybe if the two of us came out for the first time, we'd have no clue and you'd be able to, show us something we'd never even try?
Well, I mean, it's not really a local line, and I can't even take it because I'm lefty. But
Oh.
on hole 9 is you just go hyzer over everything, and so yeah, but I can't do that.
Well.
Gotcha. So if we're right-handed or you've got a really mean left-hand forehand, is that what it would be? Then maybe you
Yeah.
can make
Yeah.
it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
So we had Noah Higgins on the show a couple of weeks ago, and after he got the MPO win at the BC Open, we talked to him about his ace on hole 10. Have you managed to snag any aces out at Raptors?
I've aced hole 7 and I've aced hole 14, which are just the two shortest holes from Reds, and that was
Right.
quite a long time. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Well, that's
Yeah.
I was going to say that's 2 more aces than you, but what are you? You're up to 3
Well,
now.
2 more than I have at Raptors. That's for sure.
There you go.
And so, were either of those your first ace, or had you already had a whole bunch under your belt by that point?
I actually aced for the first time at the BC Juniors the day before that in the doubles round, which was very awesome.
Okay.
And yeah.
So in the doubles round, and who were you playing with in doubles at that point?
Who was I playing with? I was actually playing with my best friend. Yeah, that's who I was
Okay.
playing with. Yeah,
And
Solomon Davis.
Solomon Davis. Okay,
Yeah.
good shout out. We like
Yeah.
that. Now, did you and Solomon happen to win because of your magic ace that time, or did it help you place pretty good in that doubles tournament?
We placed pretty good, but we didn't win. No, but pretty good. Yeah, like third or something.
Well, take that. Take it on the podium.
Yeah, definitely. So, Judah, when we talk about people playing disc golf, and I know this might not be that long ago, or it could be quite a while ago, but we want to find out, do you remember the first time that you ever threw a disc and how it got in your hand in the first place?
I don't remember the first time, but my dad, he's always had discs in a basket everywhere, ever since I was little. So I've kind of just been throwing discs around since I was like 3 or 4. So yeah.
Wow.
3 or 4 years old. Okay.
That's crazy. That's a long time. Well, yeah, it seems like it's a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you like it right away? Like first time you picked up those discs, did you instantly love disc golf, or did it take some time?
Yeah, I instantly was hooked. I can't continue to play baseball for a little bit, but then I realized that I love disc golf so much. So
Yeah.
I still do. So yeah.
Do you still play baseball, or is disc golf is disc golf number 1 in your life right now?
Disc golf's the only sport I play, and I play it quite a bit. So yeah.
Okay.
There you go. That's the way to get better.
And do you think, Judah, maybe when you were playing baseball, I've heard it said sometimes, especially for disc golfers who have played baseball before, it really helps like their forehand or gives them a little bit of extra help with that weight transition. Have you found that they
Um,
kind of go together?
I used to have a very good forehand, and then because I'm lefty backhand, righty forehand, so that
Okay.
my discs both go the same way.
Oh,
And so I kind of stopped throwing my forehand, and so now I'm mainly almost entirely backhand. So lefty backhand. So yeah,
Okay.
but I'm working on my righty backhand to try and get that other way and become
yeah.
a two-way player.
Mm.
So is there a reason why you've decided to go righty backhand as opposed lefty forehand?
Lefty forehand hurts way too much to throw. I don't know if you've ever tried lefty forehand. It does not feel normal.
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Are you actually left-handed, or is it just that you're normally right-handed
I,
but you throw left?
I write left-handed, and then I'm a mix of everything. Yeah, I kick soccer ball left-footed and hockey
Right.
stick right. It's a mix of everything. Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
that's a
neat.
good way to be ambidextrous.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting though, to be lefty backhand and righty backhand,
Or for
and
righty
like you say,
forehand. Yeah.
or sorry, yeah. No, lefty backhand, righty backhand.
No, righty forehand.
No, you said lefty backhand, righty for backhand, right?
No.
I'm working on the righty backhand. My righty
Oh,
forehand
Yeah,
is where I
because
was
they would
going.
both be the left and the
yeah,
right. They'd
yeah,
both be
yeah. That
backhand.
would be
Yeah.
good.
I don't know what question
Yeah,
I
where
was
you were
going to say.
going?
No, I don't know now.
Well, what I would ask you before we leave the whole lefty side is because we know some great lefty players as well. When you're out there playing in tournaments and that type of thing, do you find overall, because I don't even think about it when I'm on a course is just what it is, but do you find that they're really favored most of the time for right-handed players, or do you think most courses are pretty even for you?
Well, especially the newer courses, I would say are lefty. Like they're a very good mix, but I'd say Raptors was one of the first courses that I played. That was a mix of both, if not more lefty friendly. Whereas most courses, I would say, are righty holes or righty shots for
Right.
most shots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Well, the amount of time that we've been playing, and when we get to our age, we're always looking for some tips. Do you have any good tips you've picked up along the way that might that have helped you improve your game?
Um, for me, I used to throw both hands on the disc. Like I'd grab both my hands on the disc and then throw super high up. My hands would go super high, and I swoop down. I learned that just throwing, if you keep your arm dead straight, you get way more accurate and can throw way further.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So do you do that even if you're trying to throw downhill in that? Would you say it's a good thing to keep it still pretty level? Maybe it's just slightly down. Is that what it
Or
is?
yeah, even slightly down if you're going downhill.
Okay.
And obviously, practicing putting is a very big thing,
Yeah.
Yes,
which
that is
I do for like an hour to 2 hours a day. Is what
really.
I normally practice putting that long and then drive for however long. Yeah, but mainly putting.
Wow,
Wow, you're
Yeah.
committed there, Judah. If you're
I like
practicing
it.
for a couple hours a day, I know I'll get out maybe 30 minutes of putting every now and then. So I'm starting to realize how Judah's getting so good so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Judah, you've played some pretty good tournaments this year, and we were following along because you've got a great Instagram feed, and we saw that you went down to Tulsa, Oklahoma to the Junior NADGT Worlds, and it looked like a
Mhm.
pretty good trip. How did you enjoy it?
It was great. It was my second time going because Worlds last year was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And so it was phenomenal to go there a second time. I went down with the same group of friends that I went before with. We played disc golf all day, every day, and yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, yeah,
Perfect.
going down to a big tournament with your friends who want to play disc golf all day
Yeah.
doesn't get better than that, does it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's
Yeah.
some of your favorite memories from being down there?
From being down there, um, well, last year was super fun just to be like at the world championships was so special to be there.
Yeah.
And then this year, half the tournament got rained out, which was kind of unfortunate due to
Mm.
thunderstorms and all that.
Yeah.
But um, yeah, it was just awesome again to be with all my friends and play disc golf. Just playing disc golf is so fun.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, we did see, Judah, that maybe when you weren't playing some disc golf, I think I saw a picture there of you maybe doing some BMXing. Is that something you tried while you were there?
Yeah, me and my friends, we tried BMXing for the first time there, which it's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's yeah.
Now, did it have one of those really high starting points when you have to drop in? Did that give you any, were you scared at all trying that for the first time?
It was the night before the tournament. So what I was going through my head was like, don't get injured, Judah, before the tournament. Like this could be bad, but yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that
Yeah.
I could see that being a concern.
That's funny.
It shows that even though you may be a little younger, you still have the right head on your shoulders because you were thinking about that next day. You weren't like, "Who cares? Send it. I'm going to take this with as much air as I can."
Yeah.
yeah.
So we saw that you while you were down there, you met the disc golf guy, Terry Miller. Did
I
you meet
did. Yeah,
any?
that was very random. We were just walking through the airport with all of our Zukas and everything because
Yeah.
we took them as carry-ons, and he was just walking there, and my dad was like, "Oh, there he is, the disc golf guy." And
Yeah.
so then we had a couple photos with him, talked to him for a couple minutes, and yeah, it was awesome.
That's cool. Was there any other big names? Any other pros that you met down there?
Avery Jenkins was down there. His son was in the tournament,
Right.
and that's kind of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you surprised me on something there because Darryl and I are going to be going on one of our first golf tournaments where we're going to be flying there. Now you said
Mhm.
you took your Zuka as carry-on?
Yeah. We my friends, I didn't, but my friends did. They both took they two Zukas, and yeah, it's great. Just
Oh,
put it on your little suitcase.
there you go.
Yeah.
I was going to say I'd like to see trying to put that up in the overhead. How,
Right.
how that goes.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, definitely. So we talked about your Tulsa trip there, but you've done a lot of different things in disc golf in your career so far. Do you have any other memorable moments from your disc golf journey? Is there something, if you were looking back and I said, what's the favorite thing that's happened to you in disc golf so far? Is there anything that comes to mind?
Well, World Championships was awesome, and then I was actually when I went to NADGT Nationals last year, I got smoked in the face 20 minutes before the tournament by a disc,
Yeah.
Oh
and
my.
my whole chin was split open. My dad wasn't there; he was away getting water, and I was just in the field. The guy who hit me just booked it away. I was just laying there. And then I got up and super kind, this guy who I met actually at this nationals this year. I
Yeah.
didn't remember him, and he came up to me and was like, "I'm the one who helped you." He helped me, and yeah, I got a huge scar on my face now to remind me every day that that happened.
Oh,
Ouch.
wow. And you're
Yeah,
saying so you got hit in the face and then the person just turned and ran away?
yeah, yeah,
Oh
pretty
my.
much. Yeah, but yeah,
Did you at least
and
keep the disc?
no, I don't really know. It's some MVP driver that just smoked me. It didn't
Yeah.
really.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was going to say that would be one of those things. I was like, it's not like if somebody, gets in a car accident and the person drives away and you can
Right.
get their license plate. But as you're
They
saying,
got the
if
disc
you
with
got
it.
the disc, you might have
Uh,
the person's phone number.
yeah. Exactly.
yeah,
There
yeah.
you go.
So, looking to the future, obviously, disc golf is your number one priority. It seems like right now in sports. Do you have any goals to take your game further? Like, are you thinking about college, or are you looking to maybe get on the disc golf pro tour?
Me and my friends have a dream of just getting a van and driving and to pro tour events. But my parents, they both went to Trinity Western University and played
Right.
sports there, so they're hoping that I take that side. But my dream is to join the pro tour. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, you know what? Thinking about Trinity Western, as you probably already know, and your parents would know, is that Chris Hartman's running a great program there for disc golf, one of the two big ones that's in Canada. So
Yeah.
it's kind of nice. You could say, okay, mom and dad, I'll go to your school, but I'm playing for Chris and I'm playing disc golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you met Chris before? Do you know him at all?
I've met Chris. Yeah, he's done for our club that my dad started. He started a juniors club. He's done a couple sessions with us, and yeah, we've met. I met him just around at tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
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 Well, yeah, he's going to be someone that you probably want to talk to a little bit more, and when you get a little bit older.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, and we said when we talked to him, we had him on the podcast there, Judah, and that was what he said. He said, for sure, if anybody's interested, make sure he knows about it because
He'll get you out there.
he'll help to get you out there, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
So as we get towards the rest of the year here, Judah, do you have what other events do you have planned?
I have Falcons Flight in Alberta. That is next month, and then I have in September Canadian Nationals. I'm going to Ontario, and then that's kind of it for now. But I'll probably play the Duck Golf Series, which is just a local tournament series around here that goes
Mhm.
around BC. And
R-
I play with my friends every day, or at least every day that I can. So yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's
Well,
fantastic.
you know what? You've picked a couple great tournaments because Darryl and I both played Falcons Flight last year. We had a great time there. It's one of the best events in Alberta.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be down there again. Darryl may come to caddy or hang out and enjoy the time. And then we're both going to get on. That's the plane we're getting on. We're heading out to Canadian Nationals as well. So we'll get a couple chances to meet you in person.
yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We'll see you out there for the players meeting.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
great.
The players meeting, the opening ceremonies, we'll be hosting that. So we'll definitely see you there.
Hmm.
Nice.
So now, Judah, another exciting opportunity that you've had this year was that you earned a sponsorship with Discmania. Tell us, how did that come about?
I tag Discmania in every Instagram post. It had been a dream of mine for the past 3 years, ever since I started tournaments, and even before that, I just loved Discmania, the brand, and just I love the players. They used to have Eagle and Simon, and now Niklas and Gannon are just two of my favorite players. And so yeah, it was just awesome. And we got on a call with Avery Jenkins, and in
Yeah.
January, after a couple of interviews, he offered me a spot on the team.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I know we've spoken to Miguel Alvarado as well. When he
Yeah,
was talking about getting on Team Discmania, he had to do a tryout. Did you have to do anything like that, or was it just the phone call with Avery?
just the phone call with Avery for me. Yeah, I was planning on doing the tryout this winter or whenever it was, but that just didn't have to
You
happen,
didn't.
I guess.
Yeah, you didn't need it.
No.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite? You mentioned a couple players there. You have a favorite Discmania player?
Yeah, Niklas Anttila, and when I learned that he was from Finland and that
Mm-hmm.
Finland is a hotbed for disc golf, I actually took a year to learn Finnish by myself
Wow,
on Duolingo, a
Wow.
whole
that's
year.
awesome.
So,
Can you give
yeah,
us a little bit of it now?
yeah, sure. Terve, minä olen Judah. So yeah, that just means hello, I'm Judah.
Oh, that's
That's
awesome,
awesome.
Judah. Fantastic. I think you're going to really surprise some of those pros, the Finnish pros, if they come out to play and you happen to be at the same event and you say, oh, yeah, I'm from Canada, but no, I can speak some Finnish. Yeah, I think that'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we got a comment here that Daryl's going to
Yeah.
throw up on
Yeah.
the screen.
Exactly. Doc is in the chat here. Jude is out there hustling more than a lot of 20-year-olds.
So good compliments there for you.
Yeah.
Well, Judah, we don't want to keep you too much longer, but when we have a guest on the show, there's something about the Chain Out podcast that we do, and we want you to get that experience. So I'm going to hand it over to Darryl.
Yeah, exactly. It's that part of the show.
Discs. Picture this. You've taken a relaxing cruise, however the ship goes down. You manage to swim to an island, and fortunately for you, there's an 18-hole disc golf course. Which 3 discs are you taking with you on the island?
So I'll give you a bit of a slim down introduction. So you've managed to get to an island. You've only got 3 discs with you on this island. What are those 3 discs, Judah?
Well, I'm taking my MD3, my most trustworthy disc, mid-range that
Yeah.
Discmania has. I probably have 4 in my bag. And then I'm probably taking my DD3, the most go-to distance driver for me.
Yeah.
And then just yeah, a putter, P2X. That's what I putt with, Gannon's putter. So yeah.
Sweet.
There you go. MD3, DD2,
DD3.
DD3, and a P2X.
Well, and
We
Darryl,
love it.
are you going to let's give Judah the second part. Can you give him the second part?
Okay. So if you could transport any one course to this island, that's the only course you get to play with those 3 discs. What course are you going to take there?
Definitely Nokia the Beast. I know it's not a course or technically a course anymore because it's a water park now, but I would still take that course if I could. It's always been a dream of mine to go play it, and yeah.
Yeah.
That's
We
good.
will allow it. Yeah. And on this fictitious island, you can transport any course there. We don't mind.
And then in that case, I'm thinking what's going to happen is some Finnish people are probably going to be who rescues him. And he's going to have no problem at all. He's going to be able to
Exactly.
just chat and have a good. Let's play a couple more rounds before we leave the island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, Judah, before we let you go, we want to give you a moment to shout out your sponsor or sponsors if you have any more. And also, if there's anyone else that you wanted to say thanks to or that you something else you wanted to mention, this would be your time to do that.
Yeah, so Discmania and Cardinal Disc Golf are my 2 sponsors, and then just my parents that let me play disc golf all the time.
Big shout out to the parents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. You got to get to courses and you got to get to tournaments, and they're a big part of it. That's for sure. So, well, that's fantastic, Jude. It's been great talking to you. We can tell you have a great head on your shoulders, and we're really excited to see where you're going to go with disc golf and to meet you in person down at Falcons.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You
Awesome.
bet.
You're welcome. Yeah. Sounds good. Thanks, Judah. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, see ya.
Thanks. Bye-bye. There you go.
First guest done, and this is why I love these juniors episodes. We're going to say that about 1,000 times tonight, I think.
Yeah. And it shouldn't surprise me, but it surprises me when you talk to younger people that when I was this age, I wasn't learning Finnish.
No, like Doc Zen said it best,
Yeah.
right? Like he's hustling more than most 20-year-olds, and
Yeah.
and it's true because he's knows what he wants.
Yeah.
Like to go out and to go onto Duolingo and to learn
Yeah.
Finnish
Because that's your
on your own
favorite
for
player. Yeah. So that time when you meet him, you can be, hey. Yeah.
that's awesome.
So we keep rolling. We get to the next guest.
I think so, Darryl.
Yeah. Okay. So our next guest is from Abbotsford, BC. She started competing in the FJ15 in 2022
Mhm.
and won her first ever disc golf tournament at the BC Junior Disc Golf Championships. Not only did she win the FJ15 BC Juniors in 2022,
Mm.
she did it again in 2023. Then won the FJ18 division in 2024 and 2025. Join us in welcoming Sierra van Elburg to the show. Give me 1 second because this is going to take me some time to set up.
Well, the green room's such a comfortable place. I'm sure Sierra doesn't mind. Hey.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, Sierra, how are you?
Good, how are you?
We're doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the Chain Out Podcast, Sierra. It's exciting to have you on. We just had a great conversation with Judah there, who I think is kind of in your neighborhood because it says that you're on PDJ. It says that you're out in Abbotsford, BC, are you?
Yes, I'm from Abbotsford.
Okay. So for our Eastern listeners and our Central Canadian listeners, just to let them know that Abbotsford is just outside of Vancouver, right? It's kind of that first smaller town that you reach before you really hit the main part of
Yeah.
Vancouver. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, do you have any disc golf courses in the Abbotsford area, and which ones are you playing out there?
In Abbotsford, there's no courses, but
Okay.
in Mission, there's one that's 20 minutes away, Centennial, and I play
Yeah.
that one all the time. And then in Langley, there's Raptors Knoll, which is one of my favorites.
Okay. So you'll get out to Raptors. How long does it take for you to get from Abbotsford out to Raptors at Langley there?
20 minutes?
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's, yeah.
Yeah. I'd always thought too is sometimes with Vancouver, because that traffic can be pretty crazy.
Mhm.
It feels like
Yeah.
everything is 45 minutes. So if you're 20 minutes,
Yeah.
you're doing well. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it
if,
always depends on traffic.
yeah, that's true. If it's rush hour or something like that.
Mhm.
So we asked Judah about Raptors because that was his local course, one of his favorites. Um, how do you like it? What would be one of your favorite holes on that course, or is there one that you kind of is your the one that you can always nail? It's like you've got it figured out, something like that.
Um, my favorite hole would have to be hole 8. It's just beautiful because Mount Baker's in the background,
Mm.
and they have like this eagle platform that's built on. And yeah, it's just beautiful. That's my favorite hole.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I think we've seen
we've
that
seen
would be
it.
the signature hole. It has to be,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a signature one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen that one.
Now, with that one, are you able to land it on that eagle most times? Because I think it's also a difficult one because there's a lot of hazard just in front of it, is there?
Yeah. Yeah, I've never gotten it on the platform before, but I did come very, very close. But usually there's like wind that kind of picks up in the middle, so it can
Hmm.
kind of just knock your disc down. But I really want to get on to the top.
Oh,
It,
definitely.
it'll happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
So, can you tell us a little bit about when you first started playing disc golf and like how did you get into the sport?
Yeah, so I've been playing disc golf for as long as I can remember. I basically grew up on the course and just play with my family all the time.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Now, so
Yeah.
was your family was already playing, and how many people in your family were playing disc golf from in those early days?
Oh yeah, my dad played before I was born, and then my everybody in my family, my mom, my dad, my two sisters, all just picked it up and started playing.
Oh,
Wow.
that's
A
Yeah.
pretty
real whole
awesome.
family get together, get out and play.
Yeah, I've
Mhm.
got two sons and they will play with me, but it's usually because it's Father's Day. So they'll come out
Oh
and play
yeah.
with me as a treat type thing. So it's pretty awesome when the whole
Yeah.
family wants to do it. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you first,
Mhm.
so as far back as you can remember, when you first started playing, did you enjoy it from day one as soon as you picked it up? As you've enjoyed it as long as you can remember? How long did it take you to really get into it?
Um, yeah, I enjoyed it for as long as I can remember. It's just such a fun sport. But I think I really started playing competitively about like 4 years ago, maybe. Like my first tournament, like real tournament, was the BC Juniors 2022.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah. And that
Yeah.
was not too bad of a start for you there, winning that tournament on
Hmm.
your on the first one you entered. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I think we've got a couple questions for that one I'm going to get to, but I was going to ask you before that, do you have any other sports or other activities that you do
Um,
outside of disc golf that you enjoy? So if you're not disc golfing, what are you usually doing?
um, in school I do cross country, so that's something that I do. But usually I just go hiking and camping with my family and also fishing too.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. Now
Yeah.
fishing, good question for you on this one. Is it just your regular cast fishing or are you doing fly fishing?
Just regular cast fishing, but
Yeah,
I'd love to learn how to fly fish. That'd be really cool.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing about fly fishing, Daryl's heard me say this a million times, is I'll be standing in when I'm disc golfing, and I'll relate disc
Mhm.
golf to fly fishing because I'll be trying to do a nice little touchy forehand, and it's like I'm
Yeah.
setting up for it, and I'm setting up for it, just like you do
Yeah.
in fly fishing. And then the thing I do is then when it's time to throw, I like yank it, and then I turf it into the ground. And I said,
Oh
Daryl,
no.
this is just like fly fishing. You start doing this nice little cast,
Yeah.
and then right before you do it, you rip your hand back, and your fly gets caught in a tree. So,
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I know the feeling.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
so with the other things in sports maybe you've tried and you've played before, what is it about disc golf that attracts you to that versus, say, trying out baseball or some other type of sport?
I think it's like the community that surrounds disc golf. It's just such an awesome community, and
Hmm.
you can make so many new friends, and that's something I love about it. And also, like everybody can play disc golf. Like you don't have, yeah, it's like everybody can play. My whole family plays. A lot of my friends play, and I also like how it's a mental game. So you're trying to like reach your personal best every single time. So that's what I love about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a great answer for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
Yeah.
And you kind of touched on it there. You say you've got your whole family that plays and you've got some friends that play
Hmm.
as well. We always want to know when we have juniors on, like, is it just you that play or when you go out and play with your friend group, like how many of your friends are into disc golf and how many people do you go out with?
Um, only a few friends. Like, not a lot of people know what disc golf is, Like I
Right.
kind of have to explain it, like compare it to golf in a way because it's very similar.
Yeah.
But I have taken some of my school friends out disc golfing and they really enjoyed it.
Oh.
Right. And what do they think
Yeah.
when you tell them that you're so good at disc golf and you dominate the junior scene? What do they think about how you play?
Most of the time, their mind is blown.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, we found
Mhm.
one of the players that we had a chance to talk to last year is Rebecca Dawn, who's now got a
Oh
chance
yeah.
to play on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. And one of the things
Mhm.
she had told us was a lot of the people at school didn't really understand what she was doing in the sport and that. But she said
Yeah.
a lot of her teachers were like, "Oh, wow, you're so good," and
Yeah.
they were impressed. So, do you find the same
Yeah.
thing? Is there
Yeah.
teachers out there?
Yeah. It was actually I have a funny story. I was sitting in class one time, and one of the teachers walks in, and he's like, "Yeah, I just shot like -4 or something at Raptors," and it kind of clued in like the disc golf course, and it
Yeah.
was really funny. I had like a little chuckle.
It's almost like that
Because
little
nobody
that
else, yeah, nobody else knew what he was talking about, but I
yeah.
knew what he was talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, it's almost like that little secret language, that little that just
yeah,
that little nod, the little wink to, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I
Yeah.
got you.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you could speak. I think when you would do that at school, you could speak a whole nother language. Say that he said, "Oh
Mhm.
yeah, hole 8, I got the ace there, Sierra," and you're like, "Oh yeah, did you just throw a big hyzer bomb to do it?" And everybody be like, "What are you
Yeah.
guys talking about?"
That's a forehand spike hyzer.
That's so
Yeah.
true. Yeah. Mhm.
Well, Sierra, going back to your PDGA page, because that's part of what we do when
Mhm.
we do our research.
Hmm.
So we saw that you played that first sanctioned tournament in 2022 when you won FJ15. What do
Yeah.
you remember about that tournament? Was it a really nice experience? Is there anything exciting that happened in that round? Of course, the win, but anything
Mhm.
that sticks out in your mind from that tournament?
That was a very, very memorable tournament because I went into the last round and we had to do a playoff for first. And of
Oh,
course, it's your first tournament, so you're very like nervous. But on top of that, over 200 people were watching this playoff,
Wow.
like in person. So it was really nerve-wracking. But I ended up winning it, and that was like a good memory to look back on. And it's like, yeah, so that's very memorable.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah,
also just like the feeling of a tournament, like it just feels really fun to play and meet new people.
definitely.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
great memory for a first
Oh
tournament.
yeah,
Mm.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And apparently this is your tournament as you've won it every time you've competed. Is there something about this course, or what do you think you have so much success at this tournament?
Um, I would say it is my home course, so I do know like a lot of the holes. And also I think a lot of it is like I said, mental game. Like you
Hmm.
have to keep a level head when you get a bogey or when you
Yeah.
get a birdie. So you kind of have to keep like an even ground when you're playing, and so
Right.
that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Man, we're just getting so many good tips. Like I need to remember
Yeah.
that when you get a bogey, it's not the end of the round.
Well, and
Yeah,
even
yeah.
too, I think you've added another good side to that that I
Hmm.
haven't thought about is even when you do get that birdie or you
Mhm.
do make that big putt, you want to celebrate it, but you can't let your
That's
emotions take over too
Yeah.
much there either.
that's
I've
very
never
true.
thought
Mhm.
of it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wise words. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, like you said, we've said it multiple times, your family plays. It looks like your dad plays as well, and you've competed in some
Yeah.
doubles events as well together.
Mhm.
How are you and your dad as doubles partners?
We're very well, like very good doubles partners. He can get the drives out there, and I can make the putts, so
Right.
it kind of balances ourselves out. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's
So you
always
both
really fun playing with him.
yeah. That's a good way to
Mhm.
be as a doubles partner. You have those strengths and weaknesses, right? And
Hmm.
as long as you recognize
Mhm.
who's good at what and who's, maybe not so good at the other things, that's why you worked well together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I would also say, Sierra, you've already got your head on your shoulders right in that respect too, because everybody we talk to, when we say, how do we get better at our game? They say practice putting. But your dad sounds maybe a little bit like us, where we just want to rip it as far as we possibly can. So you're on the
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
track there.
So we also saw that you've started to compete in FA1 now as well. How has that
Mhm.
transition been to that division?
It was definitely a jump. Um, the competition is definitely much harder than it is in FA2,
Hmm.
but I've learned a lot, like as a player. Like I've learned I need to get a more strong forehand because a
Right.
lot of the
Okay.
players have that strong forehand, and that's something I need to work on. But it was also nice, like again, meeting new people, and yeah, it's just a really great experience, and I'm glad that I made the jump to go in FA1 now.
Yeah. And that's something that we've heard from other players in, even in the FPL division is that once you get
Mhm.
to a certain division and you move around, you end up playing with the same people on the same card as you play around. But now that you're going from FA2 to FA1, you're playing with a different group of people. So it's good just to
Yeah,
mix it up and like you said, just get to meet new people and make new friends.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we
Mhm,
have because we're sponsored by Cardinal Disc Golf,
Yeah.
and we
mhm.
have a player that we know out in your neck of the woods there that plays FA1, and that would be Daisy. Have you had a chance to
Oh
play with
yeah,
her at all?
yeah. Daisy's a good friend of mine.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
fantastic. Yeah, she
Yeah,
seems like such a nice person.
Yeah.
yeah. She's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty much we know if her and Miguel are out at a tournament, we know we're gonna have a good time because they're
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
always so
Yeah.
Of course.
positive.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic. Well,
Mhm,
we were talking about it with Jude as well. We had Chris Hartman on the show, and
mhm,
we talked to him because he is the coach for the Trinity Western University College disc golf team. Do you
mhm.
have any desire to play in college eventually, or maybe on the GGPT? Or what are your kind of future goals for disc golf or other?
Um, yeah, I would love to play on a disc golf team in university. That would be so much fun, and that would be like amazing experience. And I would also love to take a crack at like the disc golf pro tour and see how I do. Um, and also, yeah, some goals for mine for like disc golf would have to be like forehand. I want to get better at that.
Yeah.
And also, I would love to be sponsored. Like that's one of
Oh.
my big goals.
Well, you know what? We like saying to put it out there in the universe because if you say it out loud, it has a better chance of happening. So,
Yeah.
if you were going to be sponsored by anybody, who would you want as sponsors?
Um, I would love to be sponsored by MVP. They're
Hmm.
like some of the best discs are from there, and they always
Hmm.
are just so reliable. And I would also love to be sponsored by Pound Disc Golf bags because they're
Yeah.
just like the coolest bags out there, and they look
Yeah,
very comfortable.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Well, we know
Yeah.
some MVP sponsored players,
Yeah.
people that we've had on the podcast before. Had Gabby Lee, obviously a great
Oh yeah.
FPO. She's sponsored by MVP,
Mhm.
and
Chance
Chance Dad
dad.
as well. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah. So maybe just connect with them. Maybe there's somehow this chain out
exactly.
network has to work, right?
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll tag them in the description or the post. We'll get them tagged somehow.
There you go. So now, Sierra, do you have any other tournaments or events you're planning on playing this year?
Um, yeah, I have a few events. Late August, I have Labor Day Classic, which is put on by Mission City Disc Golf.
Hmm.
And then I have late September, BC Women's Series Championships held at Raptors Knoll, and that's
Okay.
put
Yeah,
on by Janet Sanders, who created the BC Women's Series. Um, like this series is just amazing, and I love it so much. So shout out to her.
yeah.
Hmm.
And then also I'm playing for a Mission City Disc Golf team, which is my first time on the team, so I'm really, really excited for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Now, when you say
Yeah.
the Mission City Disc Golf team, I don't know if everyone knows, but I'm thinking, tell me if I'm correct, but out in BC, all the clubs will come together for like a
Mhm.
club cup. Is that what team you're playing for then?
Yeah, yeah, it's the club championships, and I believe that's in a few weeks.
Okay.
Mm,
And
that's
I
cool.
hear that
Mhm.
can get pretty exciting because the teams
Yeah.
really, really try to kind of compete and joke with each other
Mhm.
and things like that.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I'm really excited for it. It seems really fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I know we're on a disc golf podcast. We're talking about disc golf, so disc golf must be your life. But if you weren't playing disc golf and you could be just as good as you are in disc golf in another sport or activity, what do you think it would be?
It would probably be soccer because soccer is just so much fun. I play with my friends for fun and my sisters, and it just is an amazing sport I like to play. And I also enjoy watching soccer on TV, like the
Yeah.
Netherlands team. And yeah, it's really fun, and that's what I would do if I wasn't playing disc golf.
Oh,
I don't want to read too much into this, but I'm guessing with your surname being Van Elburg, your heritage
Yeah.
might be Dutch or
Yeah, Dutch,
yeah.
yeah.
there you go. Well, Sierra, Are there any players out there that are maybe locally or professionally that you look to and you kind of try to model your game after? Like you say, hey, that's a great player and I want to play a little bit more like them?
Um, yeah, Kristen Latt is a huge inspiration for me.
Hmm.
She always shows like how like she plays so well, and she shows like how important mental game is when you're playing. And also Simon Lizotte is one of my favorites because I just love his Simon lines. It's just so funny to watch, and it it looks really fun.
Yeah. Those are two great players. And
Oh,
I know
Yeah,
two
absolutely.
of our favorites as well. Hey,
Yeah,
Daryl?
yeah.
Yeah.
I love watching Simon. I like watching his blogs as well that he's been doing
yeah,
recently.
me
He's been
too.
putting them out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Sierra, I think with this too is that maybe you've kind of already started to answer part of this question. But if you were to put a card together, so it's you and you've got three other players, any players that you could want to play with, you call them up and they're like, yep, I'll be there right away. What three players would you put on your card?
Hmm. Um, I would put Silva Saarinen,
Hmm.
Kristen Latt, and Simon Lizotte.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a
Yeah.
great card.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
think that'd be really fun.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Miguel and Daisy. You don't get a look in.
No.
Yeah.
Kristen might feel a little left out because you got Sierra, Simon, and Silva.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Striston, maybe just
There
for
you
that
go.
one time.
Maybe you could have silver
Yes.
lat,
Yeah, there
and
you
Kristen
go.
could be on the bag. I don't know, something like
For sure.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
we're just getting to the end of
Yeah.
the interview with you, Sierra, and Daryl has a fantastic portion that we always add to the podcast. So go ahead, Daryl.
It's that time in the interview. We'll keep it short and sweet for you.
Now it's time for desert island discs. Picture this. You've taken a relaxing cruise, however the ship goes down. You manage to swim to an island, and fortunately for you, there's an 18-hole disc golf course. Which three discs are you taking with you on the island?
So you grab your bag, you swim to the island. You've only got 3 discs in it. Which 3 discs are they going to be?
Um, I would probably choose the three staples in my bag.
Hmm.
So the first one would be the MVP Wave. It's like one of my favorite drivers, and it's always so reliable.
Yeah.
My second disc would be my MVP Reactor. It's like one of the best mid ranges that I've thrown. It's also really reliable. And
Yeah.
then for a putter, it would be the Latitude 64 Dagger because it just
Oh,
is perfect for spin putters like me, and it just feels great in the hand.
oh,
Yeah. All right. I thought
that's
you
a
were going to
good
go
set of
3
discs.
MVP, but
Yeah, we
we've
were
got the
waiting for a pixel maybe,
yeah.
or
Well, we've got the wave. We both love a wave. I used to
yeah,
throw a wave all the time. The reactor, I know. I think you
I
throw
do
as
have one
well.
as well. I
Yeah.
got my Dina Dyes discs
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. And the dagger, which
Hmm.
is, I think, maybe that's the first time that's ever been on the show. I'm not too sure. Maybe we
I
might have
think
had
so.
it on before, but yeah.
Mhm.
And then let's say you could transport one course to play on this island, and you can only play that course with these 3 discs. What course would you like to play?
That would have to be Raptors No Disc Golf Park.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good, yeah.
That's
You
how
got a
good
lot of
that course
practice.
is that even though it's 20
Yeah.
minutes away,
Yeah,
if you were on an island, you
you still
still
want
want
it with
that
you.
course there. So
Yeah.
that says something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So Chris and
So we got,
Stuart designed a great course, and
yeah.
Craig just keeps doing little tweaks to it.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
got Mason in the chat here, a previous guest of the show. He says the dagger is a solid choice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Good. Well, Sierra, thanks for joining us, and we're looking forward to watching where your disc golf career takes you. But before we let you go, is there anything else that you want to mention, or any shout outs that you want to do, or shout out a friend or anything like that? Or
I just want to say thank you so much for having me on this podcast. It was a great experience, and I've never done anything like this before, so it was super fun. And
Yeah.
also, I want to say thank you to anybody or everybody who has been supporting me and like cheering me on, and to my family and friends. You guys are the best.
oh, that's
Perfect.
fantastic, Sierra.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we appreciate it. You know what? We couldn't tell that this was your first podcast because you did such a good job.
Be the first of
Well,
many.
thank
That,
you.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll be watching. We'll be keeping an eye on PDGA Live and seeing how you're playing.
Awesome. Thanks for
Okay.
your time, Sierra. We'll talk to you again soon.
Bye.
Thanks.
See you.
Bye.
Darryl, 2 for 2.
Knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this, we found this when we had, well, Mason, who's in the chat. Thanks
Yeah.
for joining us, Mason, and everyone else who's in the chat, Doc Zen, Sonia, everyone who's there.
Hmm.
But when we had Mason on, so well spoken, had Nico on, Brooklyn, Rebecca, and now Judah and
Yeah.
Sierra. It's
Now-
like they're saying, "Oh, first time on a podcast."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now, something that I wanted to talk to you about off air, and I don't want to get too far ahead, and I don't want this to become a running thing or anything like that.
Okay.
But Doc is in the chat. He's saying, "Chain out, sponsor that girl."
Oh, there you go.
And I mean, earlier on, he did say maybe you can sponsor her and give her 2 extra spins on the wheel, but you know, there's going to be levels, maybe.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
a
go. She
great
gets 2
idea.
extra chances to win Darryl's beard. I don't know what that's all about, Doc. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
I kind of read that and didn't actually reread it
Yeah.
beforehand.
Well, Doc's always got a lot of great comments in there, and
Yeah.
I think I saw earlier there that he might have flattered me a little bit too. He said that he was old enough to be my dad, and I think he doesn't realize he's about a year younger than I am. So it must be my cute little baby face that I've got going on
Yeah.
here.
There
That's
you
why I
go.
was growing that beard before, so to try to look
Try
a
to make it
little
look a bit
older.
older. Yeah.
Well, we've got one more guest coming on tonight.
Yeah.
We did have a pre-show check-in with them, so they'll be joining us soon.
They're ready to go.
Oh, they're already here, ready
We're
to
all
rock
ready.
and
We're
roll?
ready to go, Jeremy.
Wow, that's amazing. I did not know.
These guests are right on the money.
They know what they're doing. So, one more guest for you tonight. Our next guest is from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. He has been competing in disc golf since 2022, and his first event was an MJ15 at the Saskatchewan Open. Since then, he's played in 30 events and won 11. So, Darryl,
Mm-hmm.
for the math there,
Yeah.
that's like 1 out of every 3 tournaments.
Yeah.
This person's winning.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive. He just got back from World Juniors where he placed 23rd in the MJ18 division. So 23rd, Darryl,
Yeah.
out of 144 players.
Impressive.
Join us in welcoming Drew Biette to the podcast.
How's it going, Drew? How are you?
Oh.
You might be on mute.
Yeah, we lost you there for your sound.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Well, we still can't hear you.
Oh.
Yes. There you
Hey.
go. How are you doing? We got you now.
Cool.
Oh, did we lose him again? Maybe with the sound?
I don't know. How are you doing, Drew?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go. We
we
got you.
gotcha.
We got you.
Hey, Drew.
We're good to go.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing is that we'll do those like pre-show checks, but sometimes they help. Sometimes it doesn't matter because it's like the little internet gremlins will jump in there
You
and
got it.
change everything else up on
Just
us.
keep rolling.
Yeah, there you go. So you're joining us from good old Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan tonight. What is the disc golf scene out like out there in Moose Jaw? Do you guys have a lot of people who play in the area?
We have a good chunk of people. We have a league night every Tuesday.
Okay.
So we probably have, it depends on the night, but we probably have anywhere from 10 to 25 people join us.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's a good size. Yeah. And it looks like when I was doing my little bit of research there, I jumped on UDisc and was trying to check to see what the courses were out there. And it looks like you've got a couple. You've got Deja Vu and Wakamo, if I've said that one right. How are those 2 courses?
Yeah. They're great. So Walkman was our first one, and so that one was a 9-hole, and then it got switched out to an 18-hole. So
Right.
they've made a couple modifications there, and it's a great course. And then Deja Vu just got put in, I think, just the start of last year, and it's a great course. Like it challenges you a lot more OBs, technical shots. So it's a really good course.
Okay.
Right.
Now, do you find with the courses being slightly different like that, do you find yourself alternating where you go to play, or is there one that you favor more than the other?
Typically, I play the Deja Vu one more just because it's a little more challenging, and I've played the Walkmall one for probably about 2-3 years straight, so it's nice to try the other one out for a bit, but I do bounce back every once in a while.
Okay.
Right. So when we Jeremy looked on your PDGA page, it looks like you started competing in disc golf in about 2022. Can you tell us a little
Yeah.
bit how you first got your beginnings in disc golf?
Yeah, so it's kind of a funny story. So my uncle came down. He lives up in Grand Prairie, and he came down and he introduced it to my dad. And so we had this small little pop-up course in Buffalo Pound, which is just like 15 minutes away, and like the furthest hole is like 200 feet or something like that. And so they're playing it. They drag me out there, and I'm like, well, this is dumb. I don't like this. Like, I can throw a football further than I can throw a frisbee. So they were walking around throwing frisbees frisbees, and I was throwing a football around, putting the football in the basket. So anyways, my dad got into it. He loved it, and then COVID hit, and so we lived on an acreage, so we had ample amount of room, and I didn't have anything else to do, so
Hmm.
I decided to give it a shot, and then kind of just got hooked on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's awesome.
Yeah. So did you just were you when you were on your acreage there and you were starting to throw, did you have baskets or were you throwing at trees or how did you throw around the acreage?
Yeah, so we picked up some. I think we picked up three small baskets, like where the disc would barely even fit in the basket. It was just like a tiny little thing.
Yeah.
And we picked up three of them. And we put them all over the place, and we'd like, you play like three holes, and then you'd move them around and play another three holes. Like you just kind of make stuff work, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
That's awesome.
Just wanted to go back to those two courses there because we got Mason Howard in the chat here. He says he's heading out to Moose Jaw just to say he played those courses.
Okay.
Yeah. And then also, we just had him on a little while ago. Judah is in the chat, stopping by. Drew's the nicest guy.
Look
Hey,
at this. You're getting the love
getting the
already. You've
love.
only been on for a few minutes and you're already getting the shout outs
Yeah.
there.
I appreciate it. Yeah, those are two great players from BC. I don't know. I've had great conversations with both of them.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome. So do you get a chance to speak to a lot of other juniors? Like, I mean, maybe if you're not always getting out to the same courses, but is there like a group of, juniors that kind of stay in contact or anything like that?
Oh yeah, we have one in Saskatchewan. We have a group. Ryan Fielding, Easton Kumper, I don't know how to say his last name, and then Brady Malinowski. I don't know if you've heard of him. He just recently hit like a 525-foot ace.
Wow.
Wow.
Just yeah, something stupid crazy. But yeah, we stay in contact and we go into tournaments kind of thing, and we always have fun and mess around. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. 525-foot ace. Do you know where that was?
Eagle Wing. Oh shoot, I can't remember. There's something with eagles in it, I
Okay.
think.
Well, we'll have to
But
check out because that name does sound familiar. And I don't know if
yeah. If you search
the
up
go ahead.
Sorry, if you search up Brady Malinowski and you just search up, videos will pop up. It's a sweet ace.
Yeah, we'll check it out for sure. So then, Drew, we're talking disc golf, but we also want to see, is there anything else, as in sports or any other activities that you like to do or participate in beyond disc golf?
Yeah, so I'm a decently big volleyball player. I love playing volleyball, so I'll play club volleyball throughout the season in the winter months because it's a little hard down here when the -40 hits to play disc golf, right? So,
Yeah.
Hmm.
but yeah, that's about it.
Well, and that's a great sport. I'm a big fan of volleyball too. And it feels like what I've noticed is a lot of volleyball players do transition to disc golf. And my question to you would be that is, do you find that it's a pretty easy transition? Is it something to do with maybe the big overhand spikes that is similar to disc golf or?
It might be, yeah, the snap of it. I'm a setter, so I don't know if I get a ton of the carryover, but yeah, there might be something to it with the snap of the hit and the snap of the release.
Hmm.
Gotcha. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So when you started out playing, you were in MJ15, and even right now, it looks like you can still play MJ18, but we see you've started playing in MPO this year. How has the transition been getting to that pro level?
It's been pretty great. Like guys there are pretty welcoming, especially when you're younger and stuff like that. They kind of welcome you up. But no, it's been pretty cool. Like you get to see a lot more consistency and cooler lines, and guys who are willing to risk it, but a lot of smart decisions, and that's like one of the big key takeaways is like somebody ends in the bush. Well, they're not trying to birdie the hole, right? They're trying to
Mm.
just play the next smart shot, which is definitely something I got to get used to.
Oh yeah. I think that's something that every disc golfer can get to try and learn to do more because yeah, it's that mentality of, trying not to save the par. Sometimes you just got to accept that, okay, bogey's on the card.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was we actually had a round together yesterday when you speak of that it makes me think of was where one of our shots was not exactly where it was as we planned. And then we stopped each other and it was like, okay, what's your plan on this hole now? Because Do you think you can still get it in for birdie? No? Okay, well, what does the par look like? What are the different ways you could make a par? So I think you're right that that's a thing to do. And that probably is, the MPO players, they're consistent. They've got great putting and then that great mental game. I think those are there's a lot of those things that have to come together to take that next level. So
Yeah.
do you feel that's the one thing you have to work on and you got everything else nailed, or you're working on everything?
I'm kind of in a mix of working on everything a bit. There's always improvements to be made, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm starting to learn that a little more. I sometimes struggle with it where it's like, you're gonna get a bogey. It's like, but maybe I could save the par. But recently here, I've been trying to have the mindset where if you can't have the chance, the opportunity for a normal birdie, you didn't deserve the birdie or the par. So might as well
Right.
just take the next best, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's starting to sound like Thomas Gilbert, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, because Thomas was said that to us before. Is what was it, when you miss a birdie putt and you think you should have got it,
Yeah.
and then it's a matter of saying, well, you were in the spot to make that putt, so you
Yeah.
were already doing the right thing. So not to sweat the fact that you missed it, but that you actually put yourself in a position to have that opportunity.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of Thomas Gilbert as an example, are there any Canadian players or any disc golf pro tour level players that you follow or try to model your game after?
Canadian wise, I'm not entirely sure for pros. I've seen Noah Higgins play a decent chunk, and he's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe not as pro, but Brandon Redekop is our Saskatchewan pro, more or less.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool to watch too, and how he plays and such.
We
Yeah.
we see
We
his
just
name constantly on leaderboards, that's for sure.
Yeah, I just followed him around at the final round at the River City Cup here a couple of weeks ago in Edmonton. He was on lead card for the final round, and yeah, he's definitely a great player.
Hmm. So what about on the disc golf pro tour side? Is there anybody on that side that you kind of admire or follow?
Yeah, a little underrated, but Ezra Adderhold, one of
Yeah,
my
Yeah.
favorite disc golfers. Yeah, he's just, I don't know. There's something about him. He's good personality. Always has fun. He just got a win here soon too, so
yeah,
that's sweet. But Ezra Adderhold, Lazat, and Calvin Heimberg. Those are my three guys I like the most to watch.
yeah, yeah. I'm right up there with you. Like I love Simon. I love watching his blogs, and I love the way that he plays the game. He likes to he likes to compete, but he also likes to play with fun as well. You can
Mhm.
just tell it in the
Yep.
way that he plays. Calvin, like you said about Ezra just getting his win. Calvin just took down his first major, just recently as well. So I love Calvin because he's on Team Innova,
Mhm.
and yeah, Ezra, he's a great player as well.
Well, I always thought you had Ezra kind of close to you because you've got an Ezra Aderhold bag.
I do have his Squatch bag. Yeah, his Squatch bag is set out differently to other bags that I've seen. It has a lot more access to, rather than most bags being kind of curved at the bottom where the zip comes down.
Mhm.
These ones are just straight down. You can really get to the discs on the
Yeah.
outside. So, um, yeah, I love his bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
then, so with those players, those are the ones that if you had to pick a card to put some players on, those are the three people that you'd want on a card with you.
Most likely, yeah. If I could add a fifth, I'd put Paul Macbeth on, but I kind of
oh
know
yeah.
We'll make a
cool,
5
but
card. That's okay. We'll let you have that.
yeah.
Well, you actually had a little bit of taste, I would say, of what some of the disc golf pro tour could be like, at least in the course side of it, because you went down to Emporia, Kansas, to compete in the Junior Worlds in the MJ18 division. How was that experience for you?
That was a pretty sweet experience. The courses were awesome. The players were awesome. I don't think I had one player that was like, "Oh, I don't want them on my card." Like, you throw a good shot, everyone's complimenting you on the shot. Like, it was a different atmosphere down there. Uh, But yeah, the biggest takeaway I learned from the players who were at the top compared to more the middle section is they don't make a lot of mistakes. And I know that kind of sounds kind of obvious, but they just don't. They don't mess up on the easy holes, right? They're
Mm,
grabbing the birdies and then they're pushing for birds on more hard holes, which is it just kind of seems simple, but it just kind of is the truth of it.
yeah. Yeah, and that makes sense. We've said that before, from our level to pros to top Canadian pros to DGPT pros. Like there's just that level up each time that you play with somebody new. You kind of see a new way of playing or just a new level of playing at as well. You mentioned getting to play down there. The courses were awesome. You played Jones Park and Champions Landing, right? How did you find those
Yeah.
courses?
They were both really, really cool. Champions Landing had a lot of OB.
Mm-hmm.
So that was I hit a lot of that in I think round 3 or something like that. But they're really good courses. They kind of play a little bit to my play style because I back here in Saskatchewan we don't have a lot of trees. It's just a lot
Right.
of bombs and placement wise, and so there was trees, but there wasn't a lot of tunnel shots. I think there was one throughout the whole tournament. But so it played a lot more to my style, which I kind
Right.
of liked. But yeah,
Yeah.
there were two very, very nice courses.
Right. And if we're talking about Champions Landing, we obviously got to mention the nice big water carry on 16. How did you end up playing that one? Was that a good hole for you?
Yeah, we played the it twice, right? Round 1 and round 3, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the practice round, I threw a couple discs and I put them in the water. And so my dad went in there and he went swimming, and he got all of my discs that I threw in there, and he came out with an extra like 12. Like it
Oh
was
Wow.
wow.
unreal. Yeah, like 1100 rated caddy for sure. But we went out both times. I stuck the island. One time I got the birdie, and then the other one I laid up for the par because that putt was real scary.
That's awesome.
But
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, get all the water shots out and practice, and then just nail it in when it really counts. That's awesome. I just could think of how much pressure or how nervous I would be, even if you know you can make it, when you know it's in a tournament and you're standing on that tee pad and it's tee pad water,
Yeah.
right? Like it's all it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
How did you mentally prepare for that? I've heard people say before, a 300-foot shot on dry land is, you should be able to throw that. Then you add in 250 foot of water and it makes it totally different. Like, how did you prepare? Like, did you just take the water out of it and think of it just as an island shot, or was that water kind of in your head?
yeah, I think the saying aim small, miss small, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
was kind of just there was some flags on the background of the island, and I was just kind of focusing on like one little small part of the letter. And so I threw my eagle, and it's my most trusted disc out there. And I'm like, you know how to throw it. You've thrown it like 1,000 times. Just
Yeah.
go up, throw it, give it confidence. Like if you're gonna chicken it, you don't want to way short it, right? So it was like just step into it, release it, and don't make dad go swimming again.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Man, more great advice. Aim
Yeah.
small, miss small.
Yeah.
I know it's
I love
probably
it.
said a lot, but I think you're the first time I've heard it said, Drew. So thanks
Yeah.
for that piece of advice.
Yeah.
Mason's being very active in the chat here. I just got to give him another shout out. He wants to know if Drew will go on tour with him.
That'd be a pretty deadly tour with the two of those guys
Yeah,
out there. Eh?
exactly. Yeah, stay
We got
tuned. I
some
think
fun
that's
though.
what I'm hearing.
Yeah. So Drew, it looks like when I was going through the worlds there in the MJ18 division, it looked like you were the only Canadian in that division. Did you know that? And did that give you any extra motivation knowing you were representing Canada on the world stage?
Yeah, my dad mentioned it to me like during the practice rounds. He's like, "Did you know you're like the only Canadian MJ18? Like we had a couple in MJ15, like Dylan Erickson, and he came and actually supported me in the last round. It was actually pretty sweet. But um, no, yeah, I got a ton of support from back home saying like, "You got this." Like it was unreal the support I had. But yeah, it was kind of cool to represent Canada in the MJ18 division.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, the other part about it that people should know is that you made it to the finals, which is something that you have to play well enough to get there. And that had you playing 5 rounds in total at this event. And how was it like playing 5 rounds for one tournament? Like Darryl and I, the most we ever play is 3 in a tournament. Did you like that kind of format?
Yeah, I think it's a cool way of doing it. It's like it allows you to have a bad round and allows you to have potential for a good round. Like you sometimes get to that third round, you had an okay round or two, but you feel like you can still have a great round, but you just don't get the chance to. So I think it's pretty sweet that you can have a fourth or a fifth round. It
Hmm.
is a lot on the arm. I got home and I was just like, I'm not touching a disc for the next like 4 or 5 days because my arm was just
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that happen, and especially when you're trying to throw those long bombs and you got to throw them over and over again each day. Were you going out and practicing again after your round in the evenings in that too, or was it pretty much just play your round each day and then rest for the evening?
So basically, we'd wake up a decent chunk before, and we'd go out and we'd throw for about an hour drives, and then we do a whole bunch of approach shots, and then we probably do another 20 minutes of putting, and then we go out and play. And then as soon as it was over, we just put all this away and try to find out something that we could do in Emporia. But yeah, there's probably about hour 20 of just prep before each round.
Right.
Okay. No, that's good. So when you would have been done then, as you said, and you put the discs away, we've heard that Emporia is a little bit outside of the big city. What kinds of things did you get up to while you were out there?
Oh, we did a decent chunk of things. So they had a zoo there. We went to a
Oh,
zoo.
Yeah.
That was pretty sweet. We didn't leave Emporia. We stayed mostly inside of it. Uh, but then there was also this thing put on by the organizers of the tournament. It was just like a big park thing that had a whole bunch of manufacturers and all that stuff. Dynamic Discs, they have their headquarters down there, and so there was a tour down there that they put on. Like it was real cool.
nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, as you are getting towards the end of your high school now, and we mentioned it to our two previous guests as well, what have you started to think about what's next on your mind? Are you looking at college disc golf or maybe trying to venture out onto the pro tour?
Yeah, I've got offered by a college in New York to play disc golf for them,
Wow.
and I got offered by Briarcrest to kind of come out and start a disc golf team because they didn't have one.
All right.
Unfortunately, it hasn't worked out this year. I'm hoping to be able to next year, but this year wasn't able to work out for me for what I've committed to otherwise.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it'd be pretty sweet to at least play a pro tour event. I don't know if I'd be able to sustain the whole pro tour season and such, but even if you got to play a tournament or two with the big guys and just feel like you're part of it would be pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I, I just want to say he's not letting go. Mason's saying that they're going
They're
out on
going
tour.
now. You went from "Would you go on tour with me" to "We're now going on
Yeah,
tour."
that's what's next is we're going on tour.
Next, you'll be
Mason's
getting the
probably gonna go on
itinerary.
tour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna have an itinerary pretty shortly, I think. In your
He's gonna have the flights booked and
exactly.
Airbnb's booked. Yeah.
So no,
Exactly.
that's good. And I know too, like we've had a chance to talk. We mentioned earlier Chris Hartman from Trinity Western University out in the Vancouver area, and then we do know that Redeemer University on the other side out in Ontario has a disc golf team too. So Briarcrest, where's Briarcrest?
It's about 15 minutes northwest of Moose Jaw.
Oh,
It's
okay.
real cool. Yeah.
And then they have wanted you. They saw what you've been doing in disc golf, and they wanted you to come out there and help build a team.
Basically, so they wanted me mainly for volleyball. They wanted me to be a setter for them because they're making a backup team, and then they're like, and then there's a possibility on top of that to play disc golf and start a disc golf team up there. So
Oh, so that's how they were trying to sweeten the deal. They were trying to play
yeah,
to both of your two loves, right, of sports.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if we did touch on it a little bit earlier. What would you say the strongest part of your disc golf game is?
Um, Probably my putting or just being able to control a long shot. One of those two would be either of them.
Okay.
Right.
Well, we're going to say to you, you might need both of those things for this next part of the show when we get towards the end here that we do. So, Darryl, why don't you take it away?
There you go. It involves all aspects of disc golf.
Now it's time for desert island discs. Picture this. You've taken a relaxing cruise, however the ship goes down. You manage to swim to an island, and fortunately for you, there's an 18-hole disc golf course. Which 3 discs are you taking with you on the island?
It doesn't have to be driver, mid-range, and putter. I know that seems to be the format. If you want to take them, that's fine. We know that's a good part of your game. Which 3 discs are you taking with you?
I think if anybody were to actually play with me for a bit, they might just say I might take 3 eagles, and that is
Yeah.
probably definitely a possibility. Um, I'd probably take Innova AVR X3 for my putter.
Right.
I would take a Innova Star Eagle, and I would take an Innova Star Wraith.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I
A
think
man after my own heart there.
yeah,
Yeah,
Daryl's
for
a
sure.
big Innova fan. I think Daryl might suggest a Sophia Donica eagle. Would you
Well,
suggest?
Eagle L.
Yes,
Yeah,
there you
we'll
go.
say the Sophia Donica Eagle L, the Sophia Donica Gorgon, and well, you mentioning that, I know I've already brought it up. I threw it up on the screen before, but Brock Cicchetti, who just became an Innova ambassador, he's the or the president of the Edmonton Disc Golf Association, said that the great advice there on hole 16 was just throw eagles.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we also had another comment here from Bryson Patsak. Drew's the one guy who got me into disc golf. Great guy.
Oh
All
man.
this love in the chat for Drew and coming up here.
Yeah, well, and we know too that we had talked to Jerry Ann Brownbridge and
Yeah.
Arlen, and both of them only had great things to say about you. So you're doing a lot of good things in disc golf, but we're not off the
Insane.
island yet, though.
No, not yet. No. So on this island, sorry, thank you for bringing it back. If you could transport any course in the world, you don't have to have played it. You can take any course, but that's the course that you're going to play with these 3 discs. Which course would it be?
I'm probably taking Baker Park from Alberta. It was one of my first courses I ever played, and it was definitely one of my favorites. So probably Baker Park.
Yeah.
Right. Good shout out for Baker Park.
For Calgary there, and that one
Yeah.
definitely in Canada, one of the most played courses.
Yeah.
And also every once in a while on the UDisc report, it'll come up as one of the most played courses in the world for a month. It'll do that. It'll show up in that top 10. But yeah, no, that's a great course. Daryl and I played it. It was the winter when you got to play it for your first time.
Yeah.
But there's the couple of holes on that one, some tight treed lines in that make it quite difficult. But then you get some nice bombers on the back 9 as well. So yeah, it's a great course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, before we let you go, we always want to give our guests a moment to have a chance to shout out any sponsors that they have or any people they wanted to shout out or thank or anything they wanted to mention. So this would be your time right now there, Drew.
Yeah, there's quite a few. One of the biggest is my dad. He's just kind of gotten me to most of these tournaments and got us set up, and he's caddied for me for a lot of tournaments. Basically, like he's caddied for me for a lot, bought me a lot, and yeah, so he's definitely been one of them. Jerry Ann and Arlen, they've done a ton of tournaments, and they kind of shaped my view on disc golf, and it's been very positive from them. Like always supporting, always uplifting, like just great people. So very much appreciate them. Um, yeah, and then I'd say lastly, just God. He's just been with me, and yeah, I just have peace with him. So I appreciate that I'm able to play this sport and have the ability to, and yeah, couldn't do it without him.
That's fantastic.
There you go.
That's great, Drew. And I think you've got all the right people to be thanking there. And I think pretty soon, I'm sure you'll be ending up thanking sponsors as well. So if you don't have any now, I think we'd like to try and get these episodes in front of people. We really hope that we can reach them. And when we have great guests like the 3 we've had on tonight, that's what we want to see. We want to see them move forward.
That's it. We always like to be, I don't want to say they're stepping stone, but we always like to think of giving everyone an opportunity to be the first podcast, because we know you're going to be on other podcasts, you're going to be doing great things, and we want to give you this experience and promote you and move you forward.
Yeah. Well, Drew,
thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. And we do see that you are heading out to Canadian Nationals this year. Is that right?
That is correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're hopping on a plane. When we talked to Judah, he said apparently you can put a Zuka cart on as a piece of carry-on, which we didn't realize.
And Doc said on Zuka's website, they have a whole section dedicated to using your Zuka as a carry-on.
All right.
So you just go look for it and find it. Yeah.
So we are going to be heading out there. We'll look forward to meeting you in person, and have a great rest of the season until we see you at Nationals.
That'd be great. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. See you, Drew.
Awesome. Thanks.
See ya.
Darryl, we mentioned it a couple times already, but I'm going to tell you, it's been too long since we did a juniors episode.
Yeah.
I don't know that I forgot, but we just get caught up doing so many things that we hadn't done one. I think I could do one every other week. How about you? Or more often at least.
Oh, definitely for more often.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And, you know, I don't want this to come across the wrong way, but sometimes we think about, okay, who we're going to get for juniors, you know, should we do this person or should we do that person? And we think, well, I don't know, really, should we do that? And then we get them on and it's like, oh yeah, they're so great. They love disc golf. They got a great head on their shoulders. They're focused,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's just amazing.
Yeah, I think, you know, meeting them, they're young, they're up and coming, and as you said, I think what it is that we expect them to come on. We don't know if they're going to be nervous. We don't know if they really like disc golf or they just play it. You
Yeah.
know, if it's just something to do.
Yeah.
And then we find out that they're passionate about it. They're well spoken.
Yeah.
You know, that's great. It's great talking
Yeah.
to them.
And for the, you know, at least for kind of the people that we play with, you know, we go to leagues and all that, and we play with the rec people and things like that. Listening to the way that they talk about, you know, sometimes you just need to make sure that you lay up for the par because
Mhm.
taking a par is better than going for a bogey or whatever, or you know, miss small, aim small, sort of thing. Like all these little nuggets of wisdom that they tell us that you think, are you 50?
Yeah,
Like, this is such a wise head on a young shoulders, as they say. So yeah, it's amazing.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sonia's got a great comment in there too. We should throw that one
I
up as
did
well.
throw it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you threw it up?
I did throw it. I'll throw it up
Yeah,
again.
throw it up. It's so
I
good it
will
should go up
mention it.
twice.
Yeah. All these juniors give me great hope for the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. For sure.
Yeah.
Well, if you liked this juniors episode, yeah, puts us all to shame there, Dylan. That's
Yeah.
for sure. But if you like this juniors episode, we have a treat for you. This was our Western juniors episode. Next week, we're going to do it all over again, but we're going to have some Eastern juniors. Now we're Central/Eastern juniors
Yeah.
is what we're working on. Thank you for correcting
That's
me.
okay.
Yes. So kind of
I
Ontario
get in trouble
area.
for always calling it Eastern Canada.
Yes. So we do have one of those juniors booked and locked in. We're working on a couple more. But yeah, we'll get a chance to cover Canada here and to give some juniors
that.
a chance to be out there. Oh, thank you to you, Judah, for joining us as
Yeah.
well.
Judah says, thanks for growing the sport for juniors, and we try our best.
Yeah. And it is that time of the show that if you're listening still, which I can't see why you wouldn't be, jump on over to YouTube and subscribe to our podcast. We'd really appreciate it. It helps us grow. We're working towards getting to the 500 subscriber mark is what we're trying to do. You can also follow us on Instagram, on Facebook. You can friend Jeremy Darryl. If you see that, we are one person on Facebook. And you can check us out there. Tell people about us, comment on things, like things, anything you can do to help support us helps the podcast grow and gets these episodes in front of more people. We're currently at 418 subscribers on YouTube, or at least the last time I checked. And when we get to 500, we're going to have a big giveaway. We've been talking about it. We've got a number of discs so far. We've got Darryl, you actually started a second box, you told me. We had a 500
Yes.
giveaway subscriber box, and you're like, you were getting a little
A
what do you call
500
it?
sub tickle trunk.
Yes.
And now we have a bigger tickle trunk. Yeah, there you go. So Sonia even mentioned, what, no tickle trunk?
Well, we could tickle trunk tonight, I think, can't we?
Do we want to?
Yeah, let's tickle trunk tonight.
Oh, okay.
While you're looking, I'll do tickle trunk, what is in the tickle trunk?
Let's do that disc.
Yes. And we might have shown this disc. We don't know, but who cares? We're going to show it again. Now it's officially in the 500 subscriber.
And we're going to transfer it to the shown pile.
Yes, to the
that's what I
shown.
started doing.
Yes, that's it. So what we have here that's going to be in the 500 subscriber giveaway is a
Give me 1
disc.
second. If you hold it up,
Yeah,
I can do some magic.
doing magic. This is a disc from the GOAT, as in the greatest of all towels, Craig and Jen Snow.
Let's see that.
And this one here is a Latitude 64. It's a light one, Darryl. You know how much I love lightweight discs.
Is it a lightweight disc?
It's 159 grams,
Okay.
and it's a sapphire.
Oh, I didn't know it was a sapphire. That's a great beginner disc.
Yeah, so this disc will go great.
Easy
We've
to
got a
throw.
couple overstable discs. This would be a nice neutral to understable disc depending on the player.
Yeah. You don't need it. You don't need a forehand. You just have your backhand understable, overstable discs.
Yeah, you'll be all set. So that's going in there. That's what's in the tickle trunk this week.
There you go. We're going to leave it right there.
And you guys help us. You subscribe, you like, you do all those things. We try to help you with giveaways and discount codes. So we have a number of them. So we have the BR Disc Golf discount code, which is chain out, get you 10% off. Remember, you can use AHE25 this week to get free delivery over at the AHE tournament happening on Saturday. With Cardinal Disc Golf, which we found out Judah's also on our team.
You did not know that?
I think I knew that, but
Yeah,
I think
he's in the Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
we would know that.
So you can use chain space out as your discount code to get 10% off there. You can also use, we just showed the goat disc. You can use COP15 to get 15% off at the goat towel. You got to put a 15 behind there next time. Use code COP.
Cop 15.
COP15.
Do you know
time.
what?
We'll do that next time.
I can do it next time. Or I can do it
Yeah.
right now.
And then the other one is if you use Chain Out at Chains the Disc Golf board game, you'll get 25% off a board game to play when it's cold and you don't want to go outside and play disc golf.
There you go.
And then the last thing is if you've done all those things and you want to sponsor and help us further, check out our Patreon. You can join at any level, including free. If you do join at a paid level, you get free entry into all of our contests. And if you want to support us one time, you can go to Linktree and buy us a beer.
We've had a request for the people watching. They want to see. Oops, sorry.
The 525-foot ace. This is a perfect time to show it.
They want to see the 525-foot ace. I have it loaded up.
Okay, let's do it.
Give me a second here. I don't know if we'll have any
Audio? So we can always talk it through. Actually, we'll go silent once you play it, won't we?
Yeah, play. Okay, is everybody watching? This is the 525-foot ace.
You know, this is
There it is. Is he going to run that down? I want to watch that again.
Yeah, well, we got to watch. There's a little bit of spicy language in that one.
That's okay.
So you want to watch it one more time? I believe
I just want to watch it because I like the fact that
the excitement.
As it's getting closer and closer, you can hear that one guy. Oh. All
right, one more time.
Just up to that part. There you go. That's awesome.
Amazing. Congratulations to Brady on that one. That one's going to live forever.
Oh, apparently they can't hear them. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's figure that out for next time.
There you go. But no, it was fantastic. That's a great ace. Congratulations to Brady. Now, Patreon's going to start right away. We're going to do Around the Basket in about 15 minutes. So hop on over to our Patreon, get the free link to join us, jump in, be part of the comments and that. We got a couple things we're going to talk about. We actually want to catch everybody up on our Chain Out Fantasy, but not the one that you see that we do the episode on.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's on our website that Dylan has been so awesome at helping us develop. And got another quiz for you there, Darryl, too.
Oh, you know we love a quiz.
Yeah.
I love a quiz.
So let's say you were on that hole. Would you take this sapphire for your 525-foot throw?
Yeah, because when we do at the Edmonton, the Rundle League, we do the
top of the world
shot.
Yes.
I had an understable disc, and Dylan and Uncle Steve, when I was standing up there, they're like, "What are you throwing?" I'm like, "I'm going to throw the turn." They're like, "Okay, make sure you throw it on a bit of hyzer." And I was like, "Really? Hyzer?" They're like, "Yeah, get it to flip up. It'll drift." I'm like, "All right." So an understable disc like a sapphire, if I'm up there, I'm throwing that. I'm throwing it, I'm going to remember what Judah said. It's going to go down.
Yeah, you're going downhill, level and down.
Level and down. Going to throw it, a little bit of hyzer.
How are you going to aim big?
No, I'm going to aim small.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to aim small. Going to throw it downhill.
Yes.
It's going to match the angle of the hill. It's going to flip up the flat. It's going to have that -3 turn.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to drift out to the right. It's going to go all the way down. And I know you're going to be down the bottom.
I go, whoa.
And that disc is going to smash into those chains. But because it's a sapphire, because it's a goat tail stamp, because we're giving it away, you know what it's not going to do.
There's one thing it could never do.
It could never
Chain
Chain
out.
Thanks, everybody.